Ladies and gentlemen, the sun is starting to wake up from its deep slumber, and that is a beautiful thing. We had a magnetic filament pop off of solar cycle 25 AR2765, and lucky for us, it missed Earth. Although I believe the sun loves us, and so I don't think the sun is going to harm us in major ways. And that is why I'm excited about the prospect of solar maximum returning and better days rising from the wreckage that is 2020. Yeah. I'm an inherent optimist by nature, and I don't know if anyone loves fun more than I do. So having fun days return would be great. And I'd like to take this moment to remind you that when the sun acts weird, Earth weather acts weird, and people lose their minds. Yeah, it's just how it goes. But you can see here that the sun spot had multiple pop-offs and electromagnetic rubber band snapbacks. And so it could be soon we're seeing our first X-class solar flare. The latest GFS model run has a pretty big storm over Canada and then down into the United States, the eastern part and southeastern part, in about 6 hours. And we got some red spots to watch that include Florida, the Gulf side, and then up in the north, Ohio and Indiana, I do believe. Hold on, let me read a list so I can be official. We're talking Michigan, Ohio, Michigan, and Michigan, with Ohio. Shout out to Dave Chappelle's family and all other Ohioites, and Indiana. Last night they added a red bean to the orange bean that is inside the yellow bean that is inside green. And I almost made it 3 videos without mentioning that this reminds me of a clitoris. Oh, I'm sorry. So yeah, we're dealing with a snow zone and a super hot zone as the tropical, post-tropical extra depression moves past Wisconsin and into Canada. So, June has been weird so far. We are a third of the way through. June seems to be going pretty fast, though, in my opinion. I don't know. You can have your own opinion. What do you think? Time is a strange thing. Yeah, so Florida, I know you guys are getting pretty hit hard today with some heavy storms and have gotten a lot of rain over the last week. And then up in these areas, and then we got our next storm moving in. So these storms are producing some pretty heavy rainfall and the possibility of severe weather. You got this squall line moving through. You got a lot of pop-up showers and then a second storm moving behind it. And this is the remnants of the very interesting Cristobal. This area is going to be pretty hot AF over the next week. And then here are your major flood spots, including the tippy tip of Florida, South Carolina, North Carolina, and then parts of Virginia and Maryland. We get some rain. We got a giant burst of Saharan dust that will help the atmospheric defense team stave off hurricanes. And so there is a chance we won't see a big storm on the 21st, but I would stay tuned. That is when we have a annular eclipse, which means it's a solar eclipse, and there's a ring of fire around the sun as the moon blocks it out. But usually the weather 5 days after that gets super crazy. So we'll see. James Wingspan is letting us know we got showers and storms with heavy rain continuing across southeast Alabama, but much drier air is rolling into the northern half of the state. Will we make it this whole video without talking about dew points? Probably not. We had a water spout this morning off Delray Beach. This brought to us by James Weiland through Frank P., who's a junior. Water spouts are so interesting. Yeah. They seem less scary than tornadoes. I know I shouldn't say that, but that's what it feels like. But yeah, if you hadn't heard, getting a tropical storm in Wisconsin is pretty rare. And like I said, both sets of my grandparents from Wisconsin. I love that place. Wisconsin cheese rules. Storms in Florida have been pretty stiff. And like I said, you guys are on the lookout for severe weather over the next 12 hours. Heavy flooding continues down in Mexico and South America. That thing out in the ocean is fighting like crazy, but it's not that impressive at the moment, and we're not really that worried about it. Michigan had a pretty nasty looking storm about 6 hours ago. And Colorado, which is a place I love also, they've gotten some June snowstorm that just hit parts of the Rockies. Man, this dog was loving it. Who doesn't love dogs? I'm sure people maybe that are allergic to them. Dogs are awesome. Dogs give you the love that you give them. If you treat dogs great, dogs treat you super great. It's a wonderful deal, man. I love dogs. I love cats, too. I love all animals, really. That's a cute puppy. It's a cute puppy. He's super cute. 75 mile per hour wind speeds went through northern Indiana. And his friend sent him this video of windy stuff being blown around. So secure your trash can lids and any other things that are loose. And watch out for fallen flying trees. Mark the Man Kuso is letting us know Siberia has had a really wild stretch of weather over the past month. Yeah, when the sun acts weird, Earth weather acts weird. And 2020 is just weird in general. And so, yeah, the solar activity is exciting to me. Makes me happy. And maybe it has something to do with the good energy I'm feeling today. Who knows, man? The world is wild. Look at that. Zip bang pow. Mark the Man Kuso again. It's never too early to talk about the weekend. What day is it? So you're going to get a weird strip of rain up through here. The whole East Coast is going to get wet. And then Canada down into these states. Texas, it's going to be hot, though, in these areas. Steamy. Yeah, Florida has been getting some pretty strong storms today. And that will continue. And not only is hurricane season supposed to be lit, but so is monsoon season. So Mumbai, Hyderabad, Shinya, Ahmedabad, you guys be on the lookout. There's now a slight risk of thunderstorms across Pennsylvania to the night. Nothing you guys can't weather, though. Yeah, we got a pretty heavy front. We'll continue to roll east through Thursday. Oh, that would make today Wednesday. With some torrential downpours, localized flash flooding, locally strong wind gusts, and travel disruptions. Yeah, here I am talking about European weather through Matt Hugo. Not seen this for a while. Good modeling and forecasting last 24 hours for Wales and South New England, or Southwest England. Key areas for heaviest rainfall. A lot over land, runoff, given how dry surfaces are. I haven't been talking about Europe weather much because it seemed to have really calmed down. But maybe they're getting active as well, too. Yeah, slim typhoon chances, but possible. Impacts to Hong Kong over the next few days as the storm rolls in. That storm's rolling west. National Weather Service Brownsville, Falcon Lake, Fart 2 is reporting a temperature of 99 Fahrenheit with a dew point of 78. Oh, man. And so, National Weather Service Kansas City said hopefully there's no rear flank downdrafts tonight from the Falcon Lake Fart 2 temperature thing. I'm sorry. Nicholas Barreto in the Westpac Invest 98W is bringing rain to the Philippines. This will likely develop into a tropical cyclone, so we'll keep an eye on it for the Philippines next few days. Scott McIntosh asking, you know what time it is, and that is time. Say, kids, it's almost time for solar flares, geomagnetic storms. As solar maximum is kicking into gear. Brick Love Lamp, Ed Piotrowski loves dust because it helps protect us sometimes from hurricanes and major storms. So it's good to see this dust blowing in. Oh, I know what you guys want to see. Ladies love the models. And so why don't I give you what you want? What you really, really want. We give you what you want, what you really, really want. And I'm in a weird mood, but I'm in a good mood. How are you doing? Also, what are you wearing? Keeping it real, it's definitely fire season, as this is the Elizabeth Fire in the hills above Ventura. James Barr was like, name a statue that actually enhances its surrounding. And Kevin McGuire was like, Godzilla. We stand Godzilla here at THORnews. You know what's cool is the freezer pops. whatever brand you get. I got a knockoff brand last time I went to the grocery store. But freezer pops are definitely good for the summer. Icy pops are good too, you know. Where is it at? Weather deck. Crystal ball sweeping over Lake Superior and entering Canada on its cross-country voyage. Did you become friends, Lake Superior? Everybody loves Lake, right? Ian Livingston of Astro Fight Club and the Jet Weirding team found a cool spot because it's best to stay cool in these strange times. Yeah, stay on the lookout, man. Mina Kimes had a s'mores Pop-Tart for breakfast, and she'd do it again. My question is, do people only eat one Pop-Tart? That's crazy. You know, what do you put the other Pop-Tart back? How can people only eat one Pop-Tart? You gotta eat them both, right? Am I wrong? Maybe that's why I'm chubby. Eric Berger. Houston is recording its first June dew points below 50 degrees, or 50-somethings, since 2012. And yes, on day 20 of talking about crystal ball, it is finally now almost gone. And we won't have to say that. Chris Tobal. Thank you, Ed P. Taruski. So yeah, it was a long-lasting, long-duration, pretty wild storm event. You know. And it showed up at the same time we had a giant sunspot show up. Is there a correlation? Is it causation? What is wrong with our nation? So, I don't know. I'm glad now that it's over. I'm glad that I covered it as good as I could for y'all. I'm glad it wasn't a major hurricane, although it did get to hurricane category 1 strength. It never technically got sub 980 millibars, so it was only category 1 strength. So, that was over land. It was weird that it strengthened, didn't you think? That's what I thought. And then it moved past Wisconsin. Oh, shoot. I should check the river flooding levels. Yes, so we got 104 levels, rivers flooding. Pretty much right down the path of where Crystal Ball went. We'll definitely have to keep an eye on that area. We've still got some major flooding in Florida and a little along the coast. And then South Dakota looks like it's pretty wet as well. And it was weird, that time that the dams broke, there were no flooding listed. So I'm still sketchy about the flood maps, totally. Getting tornado warnings in Michigan in this spot supposedly is pretty rare, so stay on the watch out for the next 6 to 10 hours. Pretty please and thank you. So yeah, the next 6 to 10 hours is going to be where all the action is at, so everybody stay cool. I will give you guys the models, and then I'll talk to you in the near future. And I love you. So yeah. Oh, hello, spinning ball. How are you? I bet you're going to disappear now. Okay. And so the next big storm area we'll be watching out for is around the 21st. And remember, energetically, I think the energy will be weird just on every level, whether it be political, societal, coronavirusal, you know, and we'll keep watching out for anything coming out of the Gulf. And I will be doing my best to let you know. But that storm, as it passes over Canada, is going to be pretty major. And, you know, with all the gas giants almost on the same side of the sun, I mean, all the gas giants are on the same side of the sun, but then all the other planets are getting there too. We're going to be looking for volcano and earthquake upticks, especially as it gets hotter. There's that little thing we're watching out in the Atlantic. Never really been worried about it. There's this weird thing that comes and sits and spins here, like a little hurricane, a metacane, or eurocane. Call it what you want to. Call it what you will. But see, watch. Look at it over there now. Look at that. Level 1. Cat 1. It just sits and spins and is going to bring some interesting energy to Europe. And then this one comes down and smacks Africa. That's kind of rare. And we got moisture coming out of the Gulf. But it looks like the high is pushing it off into the Atlantic for the most part. So that is good news, because I don't think we want another major storm on the Gulf anytime soon. We got to let those levels go down and everything dry out. And so I will leave you with a reminder that in about 5 days, Mercury will be here and all the planets be on the same side of the sun. So it's not just the gas giants, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. It'll also be Earth, Venus, Mars, Ceres, and Mercury. And so there's not a whole lot of balance in our solar system right now, and all the planets are bunching up. So that's just going to cause a lot of wild energy, because planets do affect the sun, and they affect each other, and our atmosphere, and probably our inner core. So everybody stay cool and know that I love you and I appreciate you, Asteroid Fight Club. I hope you have a great day and a great weekend. Peace out. Talk to you all soon. And please, Lord, bless us all.